Hello, how are you? Welcome back to our virtual classroom. My name is Teacher Bry. I hope you're doing well today. Are you excited for another new lesson? I'm sure you are. So for today, we're gonna learn about sit down, stand up, stay at the back, form a line. What are those? Right, classroom commands. So for this lesson, you'll be able to understand commands in English. And you can say commands yourself. And most importantly, you will be able to do the commands as what your teacher will say. So by knowing the sentences, and you can practice how each word and the sentences sound, it will be easier for you to follow the commands. Are you ready? I'm sure you are. So I'm gonna show you a picture of a command and tell me what it is. First up, your teacher tells you to do this. And what command is that? Right, line up. Or we can also say form a line or queue up. Let's all read. Line up. Form a line. Queue up. I have a tip for you. This thing looks difficult to read or pronounce. So what you do is just cover the UE and just look at the letter Q. It's pronounced as Q. Q. Queue up. Very good. Now let's go to the second command. Number 2. There's a girl, there's a boy. Right. Work in pairs, or we can say get in pairs. Let's read. Very good. Pairs. When I say work in pairs, how many people are there in one pair? One pair, 2 people. Very good. Work in pairs, get in pairs. Let's go to number 3. What is she doing? Right, so she's opening her book. So what is the command here? Right, open your books to page 2. Let's read. Very good. So normally we say this if we will use your Everybody Up book or your Reading for Comprehension book or maybe your workbooks. Try to move it here. All right, now let's go on to picture number 4. Oh, we have 3 commands here. What do you think is the first one, the second, and the third? This one, very easy. Right, draw. Let's all say, draw. Give me an example. Draw a what? Here, the command here could have been draw a cat or draw your favorite pet. What could be other commands using draw? Right, draw a picture, draw a family tree, correct. Or draw a shape, draw a circle, draw a square. Very good. How about the next picture? An Angel Jones. What is Angel Jones? Draw your girlfriend's name. Right. We don't say draw, but write. Very good. Write your name. Write the answer on the blank. What else? What other examples for write? Mm-hmm. Very good. Write your class, write your section. So you might be in P6/1. Very good. Now, picture number 3. What could this be? Very easy. Exactly. Color. So color Iron Man red. Or color the picture blue. Color his face yellow. So when we give commands to do or to color a picture, we just say color. Okay, let's read all 3. Draw, write, color. Very good. Now, what number are we? Oh, 5. Command number 5 is, what do you call this? What do you call this? And what do you call this? Yes, work in groups. Or the teacher can also say how many people, how many students, or how many members in one group. Or group yourselves into 4. Group yourselves into 5. So in this picture, I think it is 5. Because here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. So group yourselves into 5. When we use group, it could be group yourselves into 3, 4, 5, and up. But how about for 2? Can we say group yourselves into 2? Probably, but the best way to say is find a pair. You remember? Or work in pairs. Because pairs mean 2 people. Okay. We give these commands if we have a group work, we have a game, or we have an activity in the classroom where you can work with a group. So we will have a lot of group works in our class. Sometimes the teacher will choose the members of the group, and sometimes you can choose your members. But most of the time, we group it according to your seating arrangement. So if you sit in group 1, most probably your members will be on the same group in the classroom. That will be faster. But if we have more time, then you can choose your groups or your pairs as well. All right? Now let's move on to number 6. What is this? Dictionary. Dictionary. What do you do with a dictionary? Right, you read it. You read for what? You look for the meaning, or you read the meaning of words. So what's the classroom command if the teacher wants you to use a dictionary? Exactly. Look up the meaning in the dictionary. Or if the teacher wants you to look for something or to do a research, then we say look up Google. Or if the answer is in your book, then the teacher can say look up the book. When you need to get some information in your book, then we can say also look up the book. Let's read one by one. Look up the meaning in the dictionary. Very good. Look up Google. Very good. Look up the book. Very good. Now, let's have some examples. You don't understand the meaning of the word diction. So what could be the best? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's have some examples. Your teacher wants you to look for the meaning of the word diction, and you don't know what it means. So the teacher will say, look up the meaning in the dictionary. Right. Now, you have a lesson about dinosaurs. And you ask the teacher, Teacher, what is the biggest dinosaur? I don't know what is the biggest dinosaur. So what will I say? Look up Google. So when I say look up Google, it means you go to Google using your phones or your iPad. Do you know how to go to Google? I'm sure you do. So on your phone, just go to this Google search. And just type biggest dinosaur. There you have it. You have looked up Google. Now, another example. Your teacher wants you to say a sentence, and the sentence is in the book. So, example, John, can you please read the sentence number 1 on part A? Oh, teacher, I don't know what it is. Oh, go look up the book. Okay? So you go and search what page that is, and here it is. So when you look up the book, you open and look for it, or you research and look for which page the information is. So do you now understand what does look up mean? Let's read it one more time. Look up the meaning in the dictionary. Look up Google. Look up the book. Very good. Now, let's move on to picture number 7. Very easy. You see there's a line from here to here. What is this? It's a girl, I know, but which part of her body? The eyes, okay? And this is it's letter A, I know. Apple, right? Where are these written? On the board. So what's the command here? Very good. Look at the board, or eyes on the board. Let's read it. Look at the board. Eyes on the board. Very good. Now let's move on to number 8. Pet. Duck. Pet. Spicy. Pet. 8. Very easy. What are they doing? They're sitting down and in a circle. So the command is sit in a circle. When your teacher says, we're going to have a game, go and sit in a circle. So everybody runs and makes a circle and sits down. Let's read. Sit in a circle. Very good. Let's move on to the next picture. Number 9. What is this? He's giving something to the teacher. It's a homework, right? So you say, or the teacher says, pass your homework in. Or you can also say, turn your homework in. Let's read. Very good. Very good. It's very important that you turn your homework in on time. And don't be late in passing your homework. Okay? So pass your homework in. You can pass it one by one. You go to the teacher and pass it to the teacher. Or you can also turn in your homework by line. So you just sit down and pass it to the front. Okay, so we can use, or we can change homework to notebooks or test paper or books or workbooks. So the teacher can mark and check and record your scores. So pass your workbook in, or turn your project in, or sometimes I can ask you to record a video and send it to me. I can say, pass your video in, or send me your videos. These are all correct. Now let's go to magic 10. And what is it? No more! Only 9! Okay, here's a review of everything. Let's read them one by one. Classroom commands. Line up for a line, queue up. Work in pairs, get in pairs. Open your books to page 2. Draw, write, color. Work in groups, group yourselves into 4. Look up the meaning in the dictionary. Look up Google. Look up the book. Look at the board. Eyes on the board. Sit in a circle. Pass your homework in. Turn your homework in. Very good. Okay. So now we're done with classroom commands. Make sure that you remember them and you can do the classroom commands when the teacher tells you to do it. So let's try to have this simple exercise. I have here 7 pictures. I'll give you 5 minutes to write what classroom commands are they. Okay? So you can pause the video for 5 minutes and I'll be right back for the answers. All right, time is up. Time is up. Let's go over one by one and check your work if you got it right. What is number 1? Very easy. Line up. If you wrote queue up, that's also correct. Form a line, also correct. Number 2, sit in a circle. Very good. Number 3, it says your homework, so turn your homework in. Number 4, it's a computer. Look up Google. Or maybe he uses dictionary in the computer. You can also say look up the meaning. Oh, look up the meaning on Google. Yeah. Number 5, it's a book. So look up the meaning in the dictionary or look up on your books. Number 6, she's writing. So write. What do you think she's writing? Homework? Probably. I think she's writing a letter. How did I know? See this? Yeah, this is an envelope. So after writing the letter, you put it inside the envelope. Wild guess. Number 7, get in pairs. Right, very good, because pairs have 2 people. Okay, how many points did you get? If you got 7, good job. Give me a high five. 6, still very good. 5, you pass. If you got 1 to 4, then I think you have to go back on the video, watch it again, and understand some words. Or you can ask questions to your teacher on what words you do not understand. I'd love to play Simon Says with you, but we can't do it. I can't check if you're really doing it. So we will just do it when we come back to class in July. So for this time, let's move on to our next lesson, which is requests. What are requests? Yeah, if you want somebody to do something for you. So you can request someone to do you a favor. You can request someone to do something for you. So after learning this lesson, you will be able to say your requests in English, and you can understand requests by your friends. Of course, requests in English. Are you ready? I'm sure you are. So let's go. Let's have this example at first. Can I borrow your book? Could I borrow your book? So if we look at these two, they look the same, but what's the different thing there? Right, can and could. So here we use can if it's informal, and we use could if it's formal language or formal communication. So let's go first with informal. What is informal language or informal communication? So we are often informal if we are talking with family and friends, someone you're close with, your like your friends in the classroom, your friends at home, and with your family members. Okay, now we use formal language if we talk it with everyone else, other people aside or except our family and friends, like your teachers, doctors, and people we do not know well. So if it's your first time to see someone or you don't know the person, we have to use formal language, so we will sound very polite. Okay? So can and could are examples of words which we use when we ask for a request. So let's read here. A request is when you ask for something. I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes to copy this. This is important. This is the meaning of request. And this one, formal, informal, and formal. Okay, go ahead. This one, no need, because we will study this later. No need to copy this. Okay, done? That's very fast. Very good. Now let's move on. So here are different phrases to make requests. If we start with these words, or if we use this structure or this phrase, then it is a request. People speaking English can understand that you are making a request. Okay, what are these? Let's read them. Can, could, will, would you mind, do you mind? Very good. Again, very quickly, can, could, will, would you mind, do you mind? Very good. Now let's go first to the first two, can and could. Oh, why did I put a heart here? Can you remember? Yes, because could is the most polite. Supapisut, the most polite word in making requests. So let's have them both first. Okay, so can, could, will. We put you and verb 1. What are examples of verb 1? Can you give me some? Kiria, verb to be, verb 1, present tense. Eat, very good. Sing, write, draw, color, very good. So all of those are verb 1. And I have here my own examples. Walk, eat, go, help, exercise. Okay, so we use this pattern in making requests. Here you go. Could, can, could, will, plus you, plus verb 1. Here are my examples. Let's read together, or I'll read first and then you follow me. Can you help me with my homework, please? Very good. So in this example, you notice that we start with can, right? And followed by you. And verb 1, help. So verb 1 again, no ed, no ing, no d. So as it is. Infinitive. We also call it infinitive, okay? Then after that, can you help what? Can you help me with my homework, please? So since can is informal, we can put please here to make it sound more formal and pleasurable. Okay, let's go over to sentence number 2. Wait, let me erase this. Let me erase this. Okay. Can you please spell that for me? Very good. So you notice we use here can, you, and spell. Now, you can put please at the end of the sentence, or you can put it after you. Please is a magic word, so you can put it whichever you like. Now here's another example of using could. Could you give my paper to the teacher? Very good. So example, you are seated at the back of the room and then you ask your friend in front, like, could you give my paper to the teacher so he can pass the paper to the front? So that is a request. You ask someone to help you do something. Also this one, can you please spell that for me? Spell pewa. Spell. I forgot what is spell. I want to tell you. Sakot.ใช่ไหม?
Sakot.
I'm correct. Sakot. Okay, so you don't know the spelling of the word, so you ask your friend, can you please spell that for me? Or can you please spell this? Can you please spell, what's that? Beautiful? Can you please spell beautiful for me? So your friend will help you. Okay, so he granted your request. He will help you spell the word. Now, we have here another example using will. Will you please bring your football tomorrow? Very good. So here we use will, again, also plus you, and we put the please here. We can also put the please in the end. That's okay. Let's make that. Let's try that. Will you bring your football tomorrow, please? That's also correct. So, what's his request? Yeah, he asks his friend if his friend can bring his football tomorrow. So that is a request. All right? So here, let's have some exercise and I will check if you really understood our first part of the requests. I have here 3 people. What are their names? We have here Mimi, Momo, and Mama. What are they doing? Right, they're eating. Do you think it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Maybe snacks? Now, I have here 2 questions for this picture. I will not read them for you. You read it yourself and tell me your answer in 2 minutes. Okay? Let's start. Oh, only 1 question. A, B, C. 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes is over. What's your answer? Who says A? Who says B? Who says C? The correct answer is, let's reveal, A. So, Mimi wants to have a salad, but it's too far away from her. What should she say to Mama? So she'll say, Mama, can you pass the salad, please? Very easy. Can you plus verb 1. What is the verb 1 here? Pass. Very good. Can you pass the what? The salad, please. Very good. Now, let's move on to the next one. This time, it's your turn to make your own example of a request using can, could, will, plus you, plus verb 1. Okay? So make your own request, maybe to a friend, to teacher Bri, to your mom, or to anybody. So just remember to start with can, could, will. This time use you and use verb 1. And what is that request? You put that here. I think 3 to 5 minutes is okay for this activity, okay? Go ahead. 5 minutes is over, so you can send your sentences to your teacher so she can check if you made the correct sentences. Now, we have other styles of saying requests. And let's continue with the other styles. This time, we use a different subject. So you here is also actually a subject, but why don't we try to use other subjects? What could be other subjects, right? It could be I, we, they, or the name of a person. Still, plus verb 1. Let's check my examples. Can I borrow your colors, please? Could I please use the toilet? Right, so what subject did I use here? I. And what verbs? Borrow, yum, yum, and use. Okay, so let's check my other examples for other subjects. Can we play after I finish my homework? Very good. So here we started with can plus subject we. Verb 1, play. Can we play what? Or when? After I finish my homework. So you're asking if you can play. Maybe you say this request to your mom, right? Mom, can we play after I finish my homework? Okay. Or how about this number 2? Could I please use the toilet? To whom do you say this request? To your teacher, right? Just like, for example, right now, you want to go to the toilet right now. What do you say? Could I please use the toilet? Can I go to the toilet? Those are correct. Number 1, can I borrow your colors, please? To whom will you say this? To your friend? To your classmate? Or it could be to your teacher. That's correct. Oh, but if it's teacher, you must use could. Use the more polite word. Could I borrow your colors, please, teacher? Yes. Now let's move on to the next example. Could they go home after cleaning the room? Very good. So who do you think asks this request? Oh, maybe parents or your mom. Your mom will ask the teacher, like, could they go home after cleaning the room? So you're cleaning the room, your teacher is asking or requesting if you can now go home after cleaning. Let's look at the last sentence. Can Sarah take this medicine? She's sick. Very good. So who is asking? Who is requesting here? It could be you for your friend requesting her to take the medicine from the nurse because you have the medicine, right? Or it could be your mom asking the doctor. Can Sarah take this medicine? So we started with can, and the subject is a name. So It could be your name. And the verb one here is take. We don't say eat medicine. Oh my gosh, I don't like to eat medicine. It's very bitter. So after I get it, I pop it into my mouth and drink water immediately. So I take medicine. Okay, so we have here our second pattern using a different subject. You can copy this if you want. Just pause the video. Now let's move on to another sentence structure. Oh, before that, let's have some exercise first. Let's have some exercise to test if you really understood our second sentence pattern. I think I have two questions here. Okay, so please read and answer by yourself for 2 minutes. Go. All right, so you need to order some drinks. How do you request the menu from the waiter? You know menu? The list of food. Sometimes it's a paper, just a piece of paper. Sometimes it's a book. So you say, very good. Can we see the menu, please? Okay. So we here means all of you, your family. Where is the menu? The sentence is correct, but it's not a polite request. Do you have a menu? It's not a request, but asking if you have a menu. So the sentence is also correct, but the best answer is letter B, because you're requesting to see the menu. Why would you request to see the menu? Right, you want to order more food. Let's check our next example. 2 to 3 minutes, go. Okay, 3 minutes is over. What's your answer? You're finished eating and ready to pay. How do you request for the bill? Okay, so for the bill, check bin. Could we get the bill? Okay, so it's polite way of asking for the bill. Can they get the bill, please? This one is wrong because you're with your family, see? Why would you only give the bill to others? Okay, you ate together, so you must say we, because you came and eat together. Can we give the bill is wrong because you wanted here, it says here, you are ready to pay and not to let someone pay it. Can we give the bill for them to pay? Okay, that's why C is wrong. So the correct and best answer is letter A. Could we get the bill? Very good. Now let's have here another sentence structure using can and could. Okay, so here it's time for you to make your own sentence using can, could, plus any subject that you want to use, plus verb one. But if you have more time, you can have one sentence for I, one sentence for we, one sentence for they, and one sentence for name, any name. But if you have no time, then you can just choose one from the four. I'll give you 5 minutes to do that. Go. Ta-da! 5 minutes is over. So send your sentences to your teacher so she can check if those are correct. Who made 4 sentences? Wow, very good. You did it in 5 minutes, so fast, so brilliant. Who made 3 sentences? That's also an achievement. It's not easy to do that. Good job. Who made 1 or 2 sentences? Very good. At least you tried. If you have more time, try to make more. So now, let's move on to another sentence structure. Another sentence in asking or making a request, that is, would you mind and do you mind? Let's read it. Would you mind? Do you mind? How do we put this in the sentence? So plus gerund. What is a gerund? A gerund is actually a noun, but it looks like a verb with ing. So don't be confused. Just put verb ing there because we are more familiar with verb ing rather than gerund. You will study more about gerunds when you go to high school or maybe in junior high. So here's my example. Would you mind lending? So the verb here is lend. Let me transfer to. Okay, so actually this is a noun, but it sounds like a verb with ing. So the verb here is lend plus ing. Would you mind lending me your mobile phone? Lend pewa. Okay, so you can ask your Thai teacher for the meaning of lend. Lend means you have no phone, but I have a phone. So you ask me, would you mind lending me your mobile phones? I say, I don't mind, and I can give you my phone to use. Or you want to play games, or you want to make a call, you can say, would you mind lending me your mobile phone so I can call? I don't mind. Go ahead. All right. Now, let's go to second example. Do you mind giving me a minute? I'm not finished yet. So the word here is give plus ing. That's giving. So sometimes when we change a verb 1 to a verb ing, we change its spelling. So from the word give, we delete e and put ing, it becomes giving. So here, the example here may be, you're taking the test or you're copying something on the board and the teacher said, time is up. So you requested your teacher, teacher, do you mind giving me a minute? I'm not finished yet. Okay, I'll give you 1 more minute to finish it. So that was a request to your teacher to give you more time. So what do you say? Teacher, do you mind giving me a minute? I'm not finished yet. Very good. So here, I have here a scenario of 2 boys in the train, and choose the best answer in using a request with would you mind or do you mind. So 3 minutes, read and answer. 3 minutes is over. You want to request the kids to close the windows. What should you say to them? Of course, you say it the most polite way. Would you mind closing the windows? So let's look at here. Would you mind plus gerund, verb ing, closing. Closing. Closing the windows. If the boy said okay, then their answer would be, I don't mind. Then he will close. But if they don't want to close, then they would say, yes, I mind, because I want to see the view. Okay? We will study more about answering would you mind and do you mind later. But for now, just remember how to use them in a request. Now it's time to make your own sentence using would you mind or do you mind. But if you have more time, you can use 2 sentences and give me 2 examples. So you start with would you mind or do you mind plus gerund. That's a verb with an ing. And what's your request? Write it there. 5 minutes. Go ahead. 5 minutes is over. Now, we're done with our lesson today. Wow, that was very quick. So we just learned how to use English in requesting for something. So what are the first 3 request words that we learned? Can, could, and will. And among these 3, which one is the most polite? Supaptisut. Could. Very good. So could is the most polite. Aside from these three, what other words can you use or phrases? Do you mind and would you mind? Very nice. So here's a command for you. Don't touch your face. Can you remember commands? Don't touch your face. And if I will make that into a request, I can say, could you stop touching your face? Or could you not touch your face? Do you mind not touching your face? Would you mind stop touching your face? All right. We've learned a lot today, commands and requests, and I hope you can use that in your everyday English conversations. If you have any questions, just ask your teachers who are there with you right now. And I'll be back again next time with another lesson. My name is Teacher Bry. Don't touch your face and have a virtual classroom. My name is Teacher Bry. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. So for today, we have a new lesson. And guess what it is? For today, we have... How do I end? Bye.